Everybody around you is telling you about their goals, wishes, and plans, but have you ever noticed they never do anything about them? Maybe that's your situation as well. By the end of this video, not only will we look and debunk at the reasons why you haven't made any progress, but you'll be taking the first step toward your new goal. Here are 15 things keeping you from starting. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Number 1. I don't trust myself to succeed. People around you have never been supportive of your efforts, so you grew up doubting your ability. Your parents failed you, school failed you, and maybe you're a little bit different than everyone else. So the thought of finding success in the traditional way scares you. But ask yourself, what is the minimum amount of action you can take? Trust yourself that you can take that first step. That's all you have to do today. You might not trust yourself to get to the top of the mountain just yet, but that first step isn't as complicated as it seems. If the goal is to run a marathon, just put the trainers on today and walk for 5 minutes outside. Through this, you start building trust in yourself and trust in the process. Even the longest journey begins with just one step. Number 2, not the right time. People always say it isn't the right time, but look, here's the truth. The time will never be right. There's always going to be something else that requires your attention. This is why most people are trapped in mediocrity. They expect and think that in order to make progress in life, the planets have to align for you. Everyone who's ever made something of themselves, they'll tell you that starting, despite the timing not being right, is what allowed them to get there. Do it on the side. Do it to the best of your current time availability. As Nike puts it, just do it. Number 3, other people's judgment. But Alux, what if I start and other people laugh at me for trying? You want to know a little secret? The world is split into 2 groups. 1, unhappy people that judge others, and 2, happy people that don't care what others think. When you're doing you, you enjoy being yourself and doing the things that bring you genuine happiness. Your happiness, it triggers those who are unhappy, so they throw shade in the hopes to lift themselves up by bringing your emotional state down. Why care what other people think when this life is about you? Public criticism is just the price you pay for doing something different. Allow yourself the option to be kinda cringe. Who cares if others judge what and how you do things? You're making progress over here. Other people will find it interesting. You want more of the second than the first category. Number 4, friction. Friction refers to how many obstacles you have to overcome in order to get started. Keeping in line with the running example earlier, friction refers to not having the right clothes, or not knowing where your running shoes are, or thinking you don't have enough time. But what if the night before, you took a few minutes and set everything up for yourself? You placed the shorts and t-shirt on the couch in the living room, just like you did when you were excited about a school trip when you were young. You placed the running shoes by the door so everything is settled, and you set an alarm for 30 minutes earlier than normal. All of this removes friction. When the alarm goes off in the morning, your body, mind, and your reality are all prepared for you. It's substantially easier to take action if you remove friction from the equation. Number 5, overwhelming goal. People are scared of big goals. They think they need to tackle them whole. But the truth is, nobody teaches you how to properly set goals. Successful people set goals completely differently than most people. These unique strategies allow goals to go from wishful thinking to quite easy to follow action plans. The overarching idea is that of understanding how to break down a big goal into pieces that require a combination of know-how and action that's available to you. Once you do that, the combination of these smaller goals naturally leads you to the big one. If you want to really learn how the pros do it, go to Alux.com/goals and join the waiting list for Goal Mastery. It's our best course yet with an incredibly high success rate. People find it so valuable that if you go through the course and for any reason believe it isn't worth the money, we'll give you all of your money back, no questions asked. Alux.com/goals, and we'll let you know when the doors open up. Number 6, perfectionism. Your desire for it all to be perfect is keeping you from progress. And progress only means just a little bit better than right now. Remember that. As long as you keep making progress in your life, you're growing. You are becoming more. The trap of perfectionism is it keeps people away from anything good that might come to them because of a fear of falling short of perfection in terms of execution. Number 7, fear of failure. You're scared you're going to fail, but have you asked yourself, what's the worst that could happen if you do fail? Most people don't realize that there's little to lose in trying, but a whole lot to gain. This is called asymmetric risk, and rich people use it all the time to build wealth. If you can risk a little, but the reward is extraordinary, the incentive is just so big. But what if it does work? What if you do start the business, the workouts, that project you've been postponing? What if you start and it becomes the thing that you want it to become? Wouldn't that be life-changing? So now think of the risk. You're risking time and maybe a little bit of money that you can survive without, but the upside is everything you wanted out of life. Who cares if you fail once or twice in the process of actually getting there? When it comes to getting rich, you only need to get it right once. Number 8, not knowing where to start. Here's our motto for 2022. Every problem out there is either a knowledge or an action problem. You either don't know what to do or you're not doing it. Not knowing where to start falls into the first category. It's a knowledge problem. Since you're here, you're already taking the first step, and we're calling you out on the variety of bullshit excuses you use to procrastinate on your goals. Statistically, you already know where to start. Really, just be honest with yourself. You know where to start, don't you? You just keep postponing it. But in the unlikely case where you actually don't know, just search how to start fill in the blank on YouTube and go from there. Number 9, a fear of competition. But Alux, there's a bunch of other people doing what I want to do and are way better than me. Competition is a validator of the market demand. People actually want this. Your competitors serve as proof. And you know what your competitors can never do? Be you. You're the absolute best person on planet Earth at being you. You can escape competition through authenticity. You're a unique cocktail of events that somehow ended up consuming this piece of content. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Others will see you as genuine, and some will choose you over competitors because of that. Number 10. You're not disciplined or too lazy. The truth is, you're procrastinating. You know what you should be doing, but you're not. You have an action problem. You're not taking enough action to get the right kind. And here's how to fix that for the rest of your life. Do the small things every day. Commit to brushing one tooth every day for the rest of your life. If time allows it and you find the motivation to brush the rest as well while you're doing it, so be it, but an acceptable minimum is just one. The more you think about this example, the more you realize it's actually pretty easy to set and follow through on small goals. They're achievable, and since they're easy to do, you can do them every day. Most of you are interested in self-development, but reading is kind of boring to you. You're more inclined to watch or listen to content. We share that pain. So we built something special for people like you and us. It's called the Alux app, and it'll blow you away on how easy and effective it is. 10 minutes at a time, 1 session per day, where a high-performance coach actively teaches and motivates you to conquer both the small and the big goals in your life. We have all of these incredibly smart and talented people curating, filtering, structuring only the most valuable pieces of knowledge and distilling them into these life-changing sessions. They work, and so will you. The only negative is you have to dedicate 10 minutes every day so that the knowledge can compound over time. If you do, your mind will be blown and your reality will shift along with you. Go to Alux.com/app and try the 7-day experience for free. Number 11, not knowing the right people. You think you need connections when in reality, you need to put in the work. The work you do will get you a seat at the table with the right people, not the other way around. Stop expecting others to miraculously solve your problems. Solve them yourself. You have a work problem, not a connections problem. You're not worthy right now of being around those you consider to be successful. So become successful, and then they will come to you. Number 12, not having the right tools. You think you need fancy equipment, expensive tools, and rare materials. But the best tool is the one you actually have. Use whatever you have at your disposal to gain some traction. Start the business with what you have, and if your business is decent, you'll make a little bit of money out of it. Don't waste it, okay? Reinvest it. Do this over and over again until you can afford to buy the tool that you want or need. Number 13, a lack of experience. You think you need a lot of experience to be able to do what you want to do, but here's a wake-up call. The only way to get experience is by doing. So start doing, and the things you learn along the way are what counts as your experience. Number 14, you're scared to go at it alone. You might think you need someone to hold your hand, someone who can take care of the hard things, but life doesn't work like that. The more you grow, the more you evolve, you come to realize that there are some battles you have to face yourself because they require you to do so. Relying on others gives off the illusion of success. Doing it yourself is the real deal. Number 15, scared of losing who you are. This last one might be the most controversial of the bunch, for it translates to a fear of success, when in actuality, you're scared that in the process of becoming someone else, you will lose who you are right now. But that's just not the case. You become more of who you are now with the added benefits of experience, growth, and a newfound perspective on life. In order to get the life you want, you need to become the kind of person worthy of it. Become that person, and the world will rearrange itself for you. And as for the Aluxers, of course, we've saved a bonus. You are not your work. Work is just one of the things you do. 2 days ago, we had the pleasure to talk to Dr. Gabor, one of the most interesting people we've ever met. He's a best-selling author known for books such as When the Body Says No, Scattered Minds, etc. We'll link to his book in the description. He told us about just how much anxiety he had working on his books, to the point where he used to get regular panic attacks every time he had to sit down and write. And as you can imagine, that's horrible for someone who writes for a living. He then shared his aha moment with us. The panic attacks went away when he realized he is not the book. The book is just one of the things he does. The book might be good or it might not be a bestseller, but it is outside of the individual. We have this tendency to intertwine our identity with what we do. Be passionate about what you do and try to do it well, but it's just something you're doing right now. Get it done. In time, you'll move on, improve, learn new information, and that is what we want you to take away from today's Sunday motivational video, Aluxers. You are not your work. It's just something that you do. Remind yourself of this and all the pressure goes away, because now you give yourself permission to not be perfect in your execution. For you are not perfect, and nor should you try to be. Perfection is a myth. If this was an aha moment for you as well, please write aha in the comments. That way we know you made it to the very end. Thank you for spending this time with us today. Thank you for watching this video, Aluxer. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this video for you to watch next, or head over to our website for more amazing content. See you tomorrow.